So there aren't very many people that have received a permanent lifetime ban from the National Basketball Association, all right? But one guy in the span of a week or so has managed to throw his whole life away and his career and get to the top of this list, all right? So no long monologue today. Cue the intro.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to well, we call you normies.
So, as you can see here from CBS Sports, NBA bans Jontay Porter for life after investigation reveals Raptors forward violated league gambling rules.
You figured me out. You got me red-handed.
Lifetime, permanent. The NBA found that among other violations, Porter limited his own participation in games for betting purposes. Now you're probably wondering, how did he get away with this? Or would he have gotten away with this?
Well, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you pestering kids.
That's meddling kids with an M?
Well, because it's the NBA, he would not have gotten away with this, I don't think. But we're gonna read the story here and figure out how much money was he trying to get and basically how he got caught, all right? So let's continue. The NBA issued a lifetime ban to Toronto Raptors for Jontay Porter on Wednesday for violating league gambling rules. After an investigation, the league found Porter guilty of quote-unquote disclosing confidential information to sports bettors, limiting his own participation in one or more games for betting purposes, and betting on NBA games.
Ain't no way.
Wow.
Ain't no fucking way.
So essentially he bet against himself or for himself, if you would, but he somehow, let's say, manipulated the results of the games, huh? He limited his own participation means he sat himself down or whatever, okay? Disclosing confidential information. Yeah, let's keep reading. The 24-year-old Porter, who was the younger brother of Denver Nuggets forward Michael Porter Jr., he just put dirt on his name, went undrafted in 2019 and made his NBA debut with the Memphis Grizzlies in 2021. After spending time with multiple G League teams, he inked a two-way deal with the Raptors in December of 2023 and made 26 appearances with the team this season. He last played on March 22nd and was inactive for the remainder of the season after ESPN reported on March 25th that the league was looking into gambling irregularities. Now, I saw this investigation a few weeks ago. However, I was doing other stories on my channel. But now that he has, I guess the hammer has been laid down on him, they laid the smackdown on this guy. Well, of course, it's big news now because sports betting as a whole in the NBA or in sports in general is not new. However, this right here has become egregious, all right? And just like taxes or any other type of, what should I say, violation in society, well, you could delete somebody and get a few years. But if you default on your taxes or miss something up with money or the government, well, that is a crime that is especially heinous, all right?
Are considered especially heinous.
There is nothing more important than projecting the integrity of NBA competition for our fans, our teams, and everyone associated with our sport, which is why Jontay Porter blatant violations of our gaming rules are being met with the most severe punishment, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver stated in a press release. Yes, lifetime ban. Again, let me show you something real quick. The list of people, this from Wikipedia, this is the list of people that have permanent bans from the NBA. Okay, Jontay Porter now is number one. OJ Mayo by the Bucks, of course, Donald Sterling. Remember what happened with that guy, all right? Richard Dumas, Ron Tarpley. There's a whole list of names out here, okay? There's not a lot of them, but, you know, a handful going from the beginning of the league all the way down from 1951. I say 10, 15 names on here at best. And of course, now Jontay Porter is at the top, but let's read some more. Quote, while legal sports betting creates transparency that helps identify suspicious or abnormal activity, this matter also raises important issues about the sufficiency of the regulatory framework currently in place, including the types of bets offered on our games and players. Working closely with all relevant stakeholders across the industry, We will continue to work diligently to safeguard our league and game. Of course, that's Donald. That is the commissioner, I believe, that made the statement. But let's get to the crux of this, all right? The league's report concluded that prior to the Raptors game against the Sacramento Kings on March 20th, Porter, quote unquote, disclosed confidential information about his own health status to someone he knew was a bettor. Another bettor then wagered $80,000 on a parlay bet that would have won $1.1 million if Porter hit the under on his player props. Porter subsequently removed himself from that game after less than 3 minutes due to illness. Okay, and right there, that's where in the statement they're talking about how he kind of manipulated his performance in the games due to this quote unquote illness right here. Due to the unusual activity, the bet was frozen and never paid out. Licensed sports betting operators brought the suspicious bets to the NBA's attention, which sparked the league's investigation. Over the last few weeks, the league also found that Porter, quote unquote, placed at least 13 bets on NBA games using an associate's online betting account from January through March of 2024. All told, Porter wagered $54,094 and received a payout of $76,059, resulting in net winnings of $21,965 damn dollars. Now, I don't know how much Porter's contract is, but I'm pretty sure it was more than $21,965, all right? So I don't know, only he can answer this question, but what would make you bet on these games? This is from January up until the tail end of March. So I believe he was probably doing this way before he got caught, right? At least a few months before he got caught. What made you think that you can get away with this? Who would you talk to? What was in your mind to think that, you know what, I could probably get away with this as long as I use somebody's account or I somehow be anonymous in my betting? And the other thing is, the sports betting has got more connected to the leagues in recent years, all right? So what made you think that they weren't going to? Because essentially what it says right here is we knew he made a bet on this game and he made it erroneously, so we went to the league. So essentially, the bettors snitched on Porter, all right? Because if they don't, then they get tainted. They can't bet with the league no more. They lose out on big bucks, you know, Vegas, all those other places that that do a lot of betting. They lose out big if they lose their contract with the NBA or any of these sports leagues. So, yeah, essentially, the bettors went to the NBA and said, "Hey, man, this guy's betting on games and he's doing something foul. Y'all need to look into it." And bam, now this guy gets a lifetime ban. Ain't that something?
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Let's read some more. None of those bets involved games in which Porter was playing. However, 3 of them involved the Raptors in multi-game parlay bets, including one which Porter picked the Raptors to lose. One of the latter 3 wagers, none were successful. So this guy bet against his team. Not only that, but he also bet using other aliases. Not only that, but he also manipulated his own performance in games. This is terrible. But yeah, the NBA's investigation remains open and may result in future findings. Furthermore, the league has shared its finding with federal prosecutors. Boy. Let me read that again. Furthermore, the league has shared its finding with federal prosecutors and will continue to do so. To that point, it's worth noting that ESPN's original report indicated that there were irregularities surrounding the game, Raptors January 26th game versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Porter checked out of that game after 4 minutes due to what the team said was an aggravation of a previous eye injury. The league did not note any specifics regarding that game in its press release. Now I'll read no more of this article because the meat and potatoes has been laid before you right here. Now, he's gotten a lifetime ban from the league, but he actually could face more penalty as a result of his actions. They have shared their findings with federal prosecutors. There's a chance this guy could actually go to jail or face some type of legal penalty in his personal life because of this mistake. So, as I say again, there has been sports betting going on, I believe, throughout the leagues throughout time, okay? But much like catching a speeding ticket, right? Everybody speeds, but you just want to get caught. And when you get caught, you have nobody to blame but yourself, because everybody eventually gets caught, right? For the most part. Unless you get out early, or you get out the game early, or you get deleted in most cases, right? So I hope that he's got his money together. I hope that he's got his affairs in order in his personal life, because this situation might not be over, okay? But that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Normieville. You know me, I'm just a Normie here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports news, entertainment, politics. Let me know what you think about Jontay Porter and his gambling mistake down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.